皆さんおはようございます。Thank you for joining me today. This is the Japanese Easy News article of the day for February 17th, 2026. 2026年2月17日の今日の記事でございます。For our headline today, we have 花粉が2月終わり頃から急に多く飛びそう。And for our vocabulary in the headline, we have 花粉, which is pollen, 終わり, which is the end, 頃 is around, so this normally attaches to a time word. So 7時半頃 would be around 7:30. This can also be days, months, years. Anytime around a certain time, we can use 頃. We have 急に, which is all of a sudden, or rapidly, or quickly. And 飛ぶ, which is to blow in the wind, to fly, or to jump. Basically, when something is moving, not on the ground, in the air, you can kind of call that 飛ぶ. Okay, we also have a grammar point in our headline. So here we have そうだ or そうです. Now this connects to a verb or an adjective in the stem. So if that's an e adjective, we drop the e. So like 寒い, 寒そうだ, 寒そうです. Or if it's a verb, we'll have that in the mas stem. So think of it as in the mas form, but without the mas. There is another grammar that also uses そうだ or そうです, but it will be in a different form. It'll be in the short form, and they mean completely different things. So keep that in mind. But this one will be attached to the verb stem or the adjective stem. And it means it seems like this or looks this. Now, we can only make these guesses based on what we see for this grammar point. So the most common one you'll probably hear or see is 美味しそう, 美味しそうです is it looks really delicious. That looks really good. Very common on Japanese TV. But we have some examples here. So we have 雨が降りそうですね. So 雨, rain, 雨が, it's going to do something. 降りそうですね. So 降る, the verb to fall. And then that's connected to そうです or そうだね. And that means it looks like, it seems like it's going to rain, or the rain is going to fall. And our last example, we have あの人寒そうだね. なんでコート着てないんだろう? So あの人, that person over there, あの人. And then 寒い would be our adjective, but then we're putting it in its stem. So 寒そう. 寒そうだね. And then we have だね. Doesn't it look like that person's cold? We're kind of asking for the other person's opinion with this ne. We're making a comment. And then なんで why? コート a coat. 着てないんだろう. So 着てない be 着る to wear in the negative ている form here. 着てない and that currently not wearing. And then んだろう. So んだろう is kind of a why or why not. I wonder why. Right. And this んです is kind of wonder why they're in that situation. So あの人寒そうだね. なんでコート着てないんだろう? That person looks really cold. I wonder why he isn't wearing a coat. And jumping back into our headline, we have 花粉が. So 花粉 is pollen. Ga, there's going to be a verb or something that this is going to do or be. So 花粉が pollen 2月終わり頃. So 2月 is going to be February, the second month. 2月 終わり would be the end of February. 2月終わり. And we have 頃 after that. So around the end of February, 2月終わり頃. から which is starting or from. So 2月終わり頃から be from the end of February. 急に suddenly or abruptly or very rapidly. 多く飛びそう. So 多く this is our e adjective 多い meaning a lot. And then 多く, it's being used as an adverb. So something is happening in a certain manner where a lot of things are happening, or a lot of things are involved, I guess. And 多く飛びそう. So 飛ぶ is the to fly or to be blown in the wind, to be in the air. And then this is attached to so with our ma stem here, 飛びそう. And so is it seems like, or we assume that this will happen with the knowledge that we have. So our pollen seems like, or it seems like pollen a lot. So it seems like a lot of pollen will rapidly be in the air starting around the end of February. And here is our vocab for the rest of the article. We have kushami, which is sneezing or a sneeze. Hanamizu is a runny nose, literally. We have nose water, that's what they call it, hanamizu. We have me is an eye. Kayui is itchy or like scratchy. Kiotsukeru is to be careful or to watch out. Tenki is the weather. Atatakai is warm, as in pleasant warm. So when we're talking about weather, if it's too warm, we would call that atsui or hot. But atatakai is kind of a pleasant warm. So that feeling, if it's a positive feeling, we use atakai over atsui. We have basho, which is a location or place. Bai, which is attached to a noun or a number to mean like a number of times. So 2倍 would be 2 times as much. So 普通の2倍 would be 2 times as normal or 2 times as usual. We have 気温, which is the air temperature. When you're talking about weather in Japan, when you're talking about the temperature of the weather, we'll use the word 気温, literally the air temperature. And we have 心配, which is a fear or a worry. 目薬 is eye drops. If you look at the kanji, you can see it's literally eye medicine. So any kind of eye drops you put in for medication or allergies, or even just to keep your eyes moisturized, that will be called megusuri. And then we have futon, which is a futon or a blanket. This can refer to pretty much any kind of Japanese style bedding. So this could be the blanket you put on or the thing underneath you. They do have separate names, but just the word futon could mean either of those. And we have sentaku or sentakusuru. This is laundry, or if we attach a suru with sentakusuru, that's to do your laundry. And ataku, which is to heat or to hit or to beat. Not both of those at the same time. And this is what you would do to your sentakumono. Like if you had it outside and you wanted to beat it to get all of the dust off of it or something, you would use the verb ataku there.
東京都や福岡県などでは花粉が飛び始めています。くしゃみや鼻水が出たり、目がかゆくなったりする人は気をつけてください。天気の会社によると、これから暖かくなるため、今月の終わり頃から日本の多くの場所で花粉の飛ぶ量が急に多くなりそうです。今年はいつもの年の 1.3 倍ぐらい飛ぶだろうと言っています。天気の会社は、気温が15度より高くて風が強い時は花粉がたくさん飛ぶ心配があります。マスクや目薬を使ってください。外に出した布団や洗濯したものは叩いて花粉を落としてから家に入れてくださいと話しています。
Okay, let's jump right into our article here.
東京都や福岡県などでは花粉が飛び始めています。
Okay, so we got 東京都や福岡県などでは So Tokyo to would be the Tokyo capital. This to we attach to Tokyo to mean the capital. Ya Fukuoka ken nado. So Fukuoka is another prefecture. Ken is our word for prefecture. So in the Tokyo capital and Fukuoka prefecture, and we have ya and nado here. Both of these kind of mean and other things like them. So we're not excluding it to only Tokyo and Fukuoka, but other places around that area or around those areas in this case, right? And ya and nado can be used by themselves or together, and it's totally fine. A lot of times you'll find them together. So, and then we have dewa, which is in these places or at these locations. So in Tokyo and Fukuoka and other places like them, kafun ga, so kafun is our pollen, and ga, it's going to be doing a verb or being something. And then we have tobi hajimete imasu. So tobu is to be flying or to be in the air. And then we have this verb in the stem connected to hajimeru, which means it starts to do the verb. So tobi hajimeru, start to be in the air or start to fly. And then the hajimeru is in the teiru form here. And that means it has begun. So it has begun to start flying. So in the Tokyo capital and Fukuoka prefecture and other areas around them or like them, the pollen has already started being in the air.
くしゃみや鼻水が出たり、目がかゆくなったりする人は気をつけてください。
Okay, so we've got くしゃみや鼻水. So we have this ya again. We're listing two things, but not limiting it to these two things. So くしゃみ is sneezing, and 鼻水 is runny noses. And these two things が出たり. So 出る is to come out, but also to occur or to happen. So we have くしゃみや鼻水が出る to have sneezes or runny nose stuff come out. Hamizu can also be mucus, literally nose water. So any stuff that's coming out of your nose that's kind of nasty. And then this verb, we have tari attached to it. So in this sentence in particular, we have tari suru, which is a grammar meaning things like this first thing or things like this second thing here. And we're giving those as examples. So we have tari suru. So our first thing is sneezes or runny nose or boogers come out. And our second thing is me ga kayuku nattari. So me is our eyes, me ga kayui. Kayui is an e adjective meaning itchy. And then we are changing that e adjective in the kunaru. This is something we can do to e adjectives to mean it becomes, so it is in that state, right? So me ga kayuku naru would be eyes start to become itchy. And then this kayuku naru is then put in the tari form there. So me ga kayuku nattari suru. And then all of this is describing what kind of hito we are referring to here. So hito is a person. So people who are sneezing or have runny noses or have itchy eyes. So basically people who have hay fever or pollen allergies. Wa, we're limiting our topic to these type of people. So when it comes to these people, 気をつけてください. So 気をつける is to be careful, take care, and then that's in the take form with ください. So please do this. So all you people who have sneezes and runny noses and your eyes get itchy when pollen is involved, please be careful or take care.
天気の会社によると、 これから暖かくなるため、今月の終わり頃から日本の多くの場所で花粉の飛ぶ量が急に多くなりそうです。
Okay, this is a longer sentence, but let's take it piece by piece. So we have 天気の会社によると. So 天気 is weather, 会社 is a company, and then we have no saying this 天気 is describing what kind of 会社 we're talking about. So a weather company によると is によると we can attach to a noun to say according to. So according to a weather company, これから from now or starting now around this time going forward, 暖かくなるため. So we have 暖かい, which is warm, nice and pleasant warm. And then we're once again using this くなる here, changing the 暖かい into 暖かくなる becomes warm. So from here going forward, 暖かくなる, it's going to get warmer starting now. And then this ため is a because or a due to. So according to the weather company, a weather company, because it's going to get warmer going forward, 2月の終わり頃から or 今月 I believe is what she said, 今月 so this month or February の終わり the end of February 終わり頃から so 頃 is around and から is from or starting. So starting near the end of February 2月の終わり頃から日本の so Japan and something from Japan or in Japan 日本の多くの場所 so 場所 is places or locations 多くの is many locations で is telling us at or in these locations so in many locations in Japan 花粉の飛ぶ量 so 花粉 is pollen 花粉の something about the pollen 飛ぶ量 so 量 is an amount and 飛ぶ is amount flying or amount in the air. So the amount of pollen flying or being in the air が it's going to do something 急に abruptly or suddenly or rapidly 多くなりそうです. So we have 多い once again many or a lot. We're using くなる. So it is not a lot. くなる means it's becoming a lot or will become a lot. And then we're using that くなる and attaching it to our grammar point of the day. くなりそうです. So according to what we have observed, this looks like it is what is going to happen. So all of this together, we have according to the weather company, because it's going to get warmer going forward, the amount of pollen that is going to be in the air, it looks like it's going to rapidly increase in many locations in Japan starting at the end of February. You'll notice the English sentence, the order is completely different than the Japanese sentence, but kind of breaking them down piece by piece, this is the Japanese logical order that it would be in. So according to the weather company, because it's about to get warmer, from the end of February, in many places in Japan, the amount of pollen that's going to be in the air, it seems like it's going to increase a lot rapidly.
今年はいつもの年の 1.3 倍ぐらい飛ぶだろうと言っています。
で、今年は、so 今年 this year は we're limiting our topic to this thing. So when it comes to this year, いつもの年 So いつも is always or general, normal, right? いつもの年 So a normal year, no something of a normal year. 1.3 倍 So 1.3 is 1.3. 10 is how we say point or decimals in Japanese. So 1.3 倍 1.3 3 times the normal year, that of a normal year, I guess. ぐらい, around 1.3 times of a normal year. ぐらい飛ぶだろう. So 飛ぶ is once again in the air or flying in the air. だろう. So when we use でしょう or だろう, it means we're not 100% sure about something. We're making a guess, probably, or something like that. So this year, it's probably going to be around 1.3 times that of a normal year. と言っています. So this と言っています. We don't have our subject in this sentence in particular, but we're still jumping back to the according to the weather company. So the weather company is saying this と言っています. They are currently saying this. So they are saying that this year we'll probably have around 1.3 times that of a normal or an average year.
天気の会社は気温が15度より高くて風が強いときは花粉がたくさん飛ぶ心配があります。
Okay, so here we have 天気の会社は So 天気 weather 会社 company 天気の会社 weather company は we're limiting our conversation to them. So when it comes to this weather company, and then we have a multiple sentence quote here, so we can just kind of look down. Okay, here's our quote. と話しています. They are saying this. And what are they saying? We'll stop at this first sentence. 気温が so the air temperature が15度より高くて so 15度 Do is what we use for degrees, and in Japanese or in Japan, they use Celsius rather than Fahrenheit. So here they have degrees Celsius, but if you just say do, it's clear that you're talking about Celsius. And then yori, more than 高くて. So takai is high. And then we have that in the te form of an e adjective. So takai goes to 高くて. So higher than, this yori is like a than, 15 degrees Celsius. So the air temperature is higher than 15 degrees Celsius, and 風が強い. So 風 is wind, が強い. The wind is strong. The 強い here is strong. So 風が強い時は. So times when, all of this is describing what kind of time we're talking about. Times when the air temperature is higher than 15 degrees Celsius and the wind is strong, wa, we're limiting our conversation to these times. 花粉が the pollen が it's going to do something. たくさん飛ぶ so たくさん a lot 飛ぶ to fly or be in the air, and all of that is describing 心配心配があります so 心配 is worry, and があります there is worry or fear. So there's fear that lots of pollen will be in the air when the air temperature is higher than 15 degrees Celsius and the wind is strong. And let's go to our next sentence in this quote. The weather company is still saying,
マスクや目薬を使ってください。
マスクや目薬 So we have two nouns here with that ya again. So マスク masks, and 目薬 eye drops or eye medicine, eye medication. And then ya and other things like them. を使ってください So を these are the things that our verb is acting upon, and our verb is 使う. So to use masks or eye drops and other things like them. And then our verb 使う to use is in the te form with ください to mean please do this verb. So please use masks and eye drops and the like because of the worries of all of this pollen that's going to be in the air.
外に出した布団や洗濯したものは叩いて花粉を落としてから家に入れてくださいと話しています。
Okay, then we have 外に出した。So 外 is outside, 外に to the outside, 外に出す to put something out to the outside, and then this is in the past tense, 外に出した, and it's describing our 布団や洗濯したもの. So 布団 is our futons or bedding. This can be mattresses or blankets. All of those fall under futon in Japanese. Then we have a ya again. And 洗濯する. So 洗濯する is to do your laundry. We have this in the past tense describing our type of thing. So 物 is thing. 洗濯したもの is things we have done our laundry on, or basically laundry that we have done, right? So our ya is describing both of these two things. So our bedding or laundry that we have put outside. Most Japanese homes do not have dryers, so they dry things outdoors. So the bedding and laundry that you have put outside wa, we're limiting our conversation to these two topics. 叩いて, so 叩く in the te form here. So we're going to beat or hit them and do something else. That's what that te form is telling us. So 叩いて, we're going to hit them or beat them. And then 花粉を落として. So 花粉, once again, the pollen を落とす. So 落とす is to drop it or get rid of, get it off of something. And then that's in the te form followed by kara. So when we have something in the te form with kara, this means after we do these things. So when it comes to the bedding and laundry that you have put outside, hit it to get the pollen off of it, then 家に入れてください. So 家 is your house, ni to your house, and 入れる is to insert or put inside. And then 入れる we have in the te form with ください, so please. So when it comes to your futon, your bedding, or your laundry that you put outside, bring it into the house after having hit it, 叩いて, and dropping off or getting all the pollen off. 花粉を落としてから. And then we finish our quote with と話しています. So these weather company that we brought up right at the start of our paragraph here is saying all of these things. So cool. All right. That is it for our article today. Thank you so much for being here. If you are in Japan and you have hay fever, best of luck to you. Here where I'm from, we probably have another couple of weeks before we have to start worrying about hay fever, but it's been a warm winter, so that might start earlier than usual. But yes, do what you can to not get it, because hay fever sucks in Japan, particularly with the type of trees they have. But thank you so much for being here for the article. If this is your first time, and even if it's not, please like and subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified when we update or upload the videos. And I will plan on seeing you later this week. Mata ne!